Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 76 of Forever Stranded, a mod pack by Gaming with Sheridan. So in the last episode, we totally looted and plundered the tech city. We found some really great stuff, and let's just go upstairs 1 second to take one more look at it in case you guys didn't follow till the end. We got a warp core, we looted 40 different chests, got some units to build a lot of the advanced rocketry stuff, some pressure tanks that would be useful to update our spacesuit if we needed it still, and then these solar panel, solar generator, and microwave receiver. These are useful for setting power free, cheap, and small in space. But now that I have dimensional transceiver and stuff like that, they're not that useful. We also got the silicon bowl that would have been useful when we had the quest for it, and some input hatch to help us build. We also got this matter cannon. So I'm going to grab the matter cannon. I'm going to grab the advanced cards. I'm going to grab the printed engineer circuit because they don't relate to the tech city so much to me, more to the meteor, and they could be useful in our system. So let's go back downstairs. I'm quickly going to dump the gold armor in the automated repairer system. Let's just check if I have anything else gold related. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There's no need keeping these things in my inventory. And the white elevator, now I have plenty enough. I'll just put it in there for a moment. So let's just throw this in here. So Krater Aid left a comment on one of the videos saying that I forgot to go take a look at the sand quest, and since it's not imported in the Emmy system, we can't see the result here, so we're gonna have to start importing that in the Emmy system at some point. Before we go downstairs, I want to start a 64K memory Emmy storage component because we're going to need one for what we want to do next. So let's start that right now, and while it's crafting, now we can go downstairs. Before we go downstairs, you can see that my lapis and gold are about 75% done. The diamond not going so well though, so that might be my long-term problem. So let's jump in here and let's look at the quantum storage, and we're at 81,000. So we're obviously going to need, and this is empty, and this is no, this is not empty. So 12 is too much because it turns out that the cobblestone breaks out slower than the sand. So for 12 cobblestone, we probably need closer to only 8 crushers for the sand. And yeah, you can see that this one is almost full, so 9. And the one in the back, perfect. So for the next towers, we're not going to need that. And in this episode, we're going to end with crafting 2 towers in a time lapse because we really need to start getting things going. But this episode is all about AE2. And there's a couple of things that I want to craft. But to be able to craft everything, I'm going to do it in step, and whenever possible, I'm going to make the pattern so that instead of showing you the recipe on the screen, this is something that I just thought of myself. So instead of coming here and showing you the recipe, now, once you're crafting everything, you can go in here and you can start the craft jobs. Like if I want to craft another one like this, it shows you all of the material that's going to be required. And one of the reasons I started this is I'm going to need it to be able to show you the things I want to show you today. And once this is done going, all the calculation processor, engineering processor, and logic processor that I have should be gone. So let me check at processor. Yeah, I should have maybe a couple of engineering processor left in the system, but I'll take them out so that I can show you how it's going to be. And I don't know if you remember, I had these cobblestone generator, and I didn't want to upgrade them, but now I'm going to upgrade them. Oh, they're already iron, sorry. So I want to make them next level. And I know it's some diamond, but it's not a lot of diamond, and I'm going to need them for one of the things that I want to show you guys. Let me put that there. Perfect. And now with emerald, so it's only the cost of the diamond that annoys me now, but it's not. Oops. Oh, I hope these compressed emerald uncraft, because if they don't uncraft, oh, but I say that, but who cares about emeralds? I probably have a crazy ton of emerald. Anyway, I wanted these 4 because I'm going to use them for something, and I'm still waiting for this craft to finish, and it's going to take a while. So in the meantime, let's start with the easiest thing to craft, and that I'm not even going to make a process for, and I want to craft it to be able to show you something. It's called the charger. Basically, the charger is the element in AE2 that lets you charge stuff. It has 2 uses. I'm going to wait for the pure fluix crystal, and I'm going to create the one with the pure fluix crystal. Now I need a line that still has some channel. Does this one still have some channel? 3 of 8. And from what I remember, it only connects from the bottom. So I'm going to come here and fly and put it right there. What's it really used for is to make charged Certus quartz. That's the most useful reason why you usually have this in your other playthrough. So charged, like you see I have 3,000 charged Certus quartz because I get them from sifting. But when you only have Certus and not charged Certus quartz like this is what you're supposed to usually do. You take one of these Certus crystal and you put them in, and they start recharging. And you can see they have this little glowing things that appear on it. And was this one finished? Yeah. So once you saw the animation, it was finished. But you can also use it to put the matter cannon in and recharge it. So if I put the matter... Oh, it jumped out because it was ready, I think. Let me just try once more. Yeah, no, I just misclicked it. So you see, it's already full, so there's no point. But this recharged so slowly, it's crazy, that I wouldn't recharge the matter cannon there unless I really had no other way. I'm also going to grab my Quartz Grinder. I know Quartz Grindstone. I thought I wouldn't need it anymore, but I need it still for one thing. Where's my crank? So I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to find one place to put it down. And I'm going to put it down right here. So this might be annoying, so it's not a good idea. I'm just going to put it beside right here. And I'm going to put the handle in, and we're going to need that a bit later. So one thing that we're going to need first is we're going to need something that's called a matter condenser. Okay, so let's search for matter condenser. Matter condenser. It's right here. And it's an easy recipe. So again, the recipe that are just single step, I'm going to show here instead of creating crafting recipe. It's 4 iron, 4 glass, and 1 fluix dust. Oh, and I don't have fluix dust. It means that I've used it all in the last episode. So I'm just going to craft 10 of these because I know that I'm going to need some later. And the moment I have one, I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to get my matter condenser. The matter condenser needs to be connected, so does it? No, it doesn't need, yes, it does need power. Sorry, I derped for a second. So where can I put this? Because I'm going to need to connect a couple of things to it. And I'm really struggling on having space while having place to plug things here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check for the different color cables if I can find them. This and that and these different color cable. I'm also going to need some quartz fiber. I took them. Perfect. So let's go and quartz fiber here. And there's already a quartz fiber on top. And let's put a blue one. I'm going to put a quartz fiber right here. And I'm going to put a second blue powdery one. Then I'm going to go down. So I'm also going to put one there to protect. And then I'm going to put one right here and bring it in front right here. So I'm going to be able to put the matter condenser down. So what does the matter condenser do? Well, you're going to be surprised with that, but it condenses matter. And it's a very important thing. So now I'm going to put these 1, 2, 3, 4 in a tower mode, and I'm hiding some stuff, but I'm not going to leave this up. And then I'm going to get some cables, some Ender IO cable, like so. And do I have some speed upgrade here? No. So I'm probably going to have to craft some, but that's going to be for later. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're not going to be extracting at the maximum speed, but for the beginning it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to set this one to extract, this one to extract, this one to extract, and this one to extract. And what it does is that it's going to receive the cobblestone and it's going to burn the cobblestone and condense it. And you have this here that says destroy the items, or you have a mode to say condense into matter balls, and you need 260 matter per item, or condense into singularities. So singularities we'll go into a bit later. But it's doing nothing and it's not even receiving the item. And if I try to put them in, like, it disappears, but nothing's happening. And it's not storing energy and it's not doing anything. That's because we need to have at least a memory unit. So this is still crafting. Is it stuck? The 27 are here, and oh, derp. So last episode I broke this cable, and now that's why this is not working. So I'm gonna remove this, and I could have waited a long time for this. So now let's get my quartz Emmy glass cable right here. Let's reconnect this, and I can't believe, wow, this was really derpy. So let's put this in like so, and now they should import. Perfect. And if I come here, they should be finishing, and yes, they are finishing. Perfect. And this should have been done already. It's just a little derp on my part. Sorry, guys. But we're getting to it. It's finished crafting. Perfect. So now that it's finished crafting, I can grab it from here. And I can put it in the matter condenser. So I'll come here, and I'll put it in the matter condenser. And now it should start storing energy. If only, oh, I never said that to insert. That's not helping. Insert. So it's receiving stuff and it's burning it and it's condensing it into stored energy. So if you're looking, I'm at 260 something now. So if I change it to matter ball, you can see that it's starting to craft matter ball. And every time it gets to 256, it's going to make one. We're going to let that continue. And while this is continuing, we're going to start crafting the pattern for the other things that I want to craft, because it's going to be a pretty big craft. First, let's check if I can make an Emmy chest, because that's the next item we're going to need. We had an Emmy chest, but if I right click on this, you see that we can make an ME security terminal with it, and that's what we crafted earlier to be able to get our wireless system up. So we need another Emmy chest. Let's just check what we're missing. We're missing basically just the Dme Terminal, and the Dme Terminal is crafted like this, but we don't have any gold processor, so let's look into processor, and I'm only going to craft the one that we need for now. And once it's ready, we'll put it down here to make the terminal. And I'm looking on the right of the screen. I don't know if you see the mouse in the video, but that's where you can see that it's completing or not. So Emmy Terminal, and now I'm going to go to Emmy Chest again. And you guys might wonder why we need this, but there's a very easy reason, and you'll see quickly. So I'm going to put the Emmy chest. I need this to be connected also, so let's put it right here on top. Oh, the matter condenser doesn't need to be connected. I thought it needed to be connected to get power, but it doesn't need to. So guys, you don't need it for that, but we're going to use it here. The reason we're going to use it here is if you look at the matter cannon, and I go to use it, if I right click, it says ammo depleted, and if I left click, it just does nothing. So we need to put some bullets into it. And this is what these are, these matter ball. So let's grab these 14 matter ball. But if I shift click or control click or try to do something, there's no way to put it in. But you have to think of the matter cannon, and we're going to look at the recipe. It has a 4K ME storage component, and in the ME chest in the beginning, I showed you that we could put a storage component here and then use the Emmy chest to access it. So that's exactly what you do with the matter cannon. You put it in here, and then you click on the top and you have access to this. And this is very deceiving because you can only fit 64 items, and you can only fit one item type. So once these matter ball are in here, then I can grab it. And I'm going to go show you outside quickly. What's up here? It's the wing. Oh, no, I broke too many. So I won't be able to use my standard configuration of 4. Oh, maybe I will. So that's something I told you in the last episode, that I was surprised that this could go through slabs. And I said, I remember these not being able to go through matter, but the slabs are not full blocks, so maybe it will go through the cable. So I'll look for white elevators, and I'll grab 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to do the same thing that we did to go downstairs, and if only my flight would work, hopefully this is going to give me an easy out. Whoa. Where's my white elevator? Well, that's sad. I'm not finding it anywhere. Anyway, so, oh, it's in my end. This is derpy sometime. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to try to go up from this side. Yes, it does work. Perfect. So the matter cannon, it's a weapon. It's a very, very inefficient weapon. If I can find a mob, and it's -3. There should be some mob around. Let's just do control click to go faster. Oh, perfect. So if you see, I'm going to try and find a lower mob. You can right click and shoot a matter ball at it. Doesn't do that much damage. It has knockback and it does very little damage. So you see this husk, every time I hit it, gets about 9 to 10% damage. So not very worth it. It doesn't really do that much damage, and I don't think that from my research there's any way to upgrade it. But it has a fun side. Ugh. This thing is full again. Yeah, I have to start voiding these, and hopefully I'm going to remember in the time lapse, and I'm going to take care of that in the time lapse. It's on my list of things to do. Perfect. So let me check how many I have here. Let's grab all of these, and let's switch this to singularities. So now, what can you do with matter ball? These matter ball can be transformed into paintball. Yeah, paintball. So let's do one set of 8 red paintball. Let's do a second set of 8 red paintball. Oh, I guess not. So let's do instead a set of blue paintball, and I'll show you the next type. So blue, nah. Oh, this is the blue? I can do it with lapis, so that's what I wanted. Perfect. So 8 blue paintball. But you can use them like so in a circle around some glowstone. Glowstone. And this basically gives you blue paintball lumen. Now I'm going to go in my Emmy chest again. I'm going to put the matter cannon again. I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to replace the matter. You have to remove them first. There's no clicking beside it. I'm going to put the red one, and I'm going to show you why this is fun now. This basically can be used for trolling and for painting. And I say trolling because look at this. Ooh, a nice sheep. If I shoot it, now it's a nice red sheep and a cow and a nice red cow. And you can do that with any mob, with anything. And now if I go back inside and replace it with the blue, and this one was the red lumen, so, oh no, it's the blue. That's the lumen. The other thing you can do, and let me go downstairs to show you. Okay. The other thing you can do is you can shoot it on a wall like this, and you get like a paintball effect on the wall. Now that I've used these, let me go switch it again and put the blue one instead, because the blue are luminescent one and they do light up a room. So remember when I was going through the not the asteroid, through the the asteroid on the ground, I was complaining about the lack of light and having to go put torches in. Well, you can just do this. And this emits light. Where can I go to show you better? I would need somewhere that's dark, although I light everywhere, so can't really show you in a dark place. And that's the one thing I never tried before. Will the sheep become luminescent blue? So no, it becomes blue, but not luminescent blue. And these are actually colored that if I killed them, they would give me a red wool or a blue wool. So that's all that the matter cannon is about. I'm not quite sure why it's interesting, but it's something you can do. The other things that I want to show you, though, is from this, it's almost the same recipe as something called a color applicator. So this color applicator from AE2, I'm going to need to craft a 4K ME. So let's craft a 4K ME storage component next. And while we're waiting for that, let's craft the energy cell that we need. But for the energy cell, we're going to need some more later, so let's come here and make a pattern for it. Whoa. Energy cell, this one right here, is crafted like so. I'm going to use the pure surface. I'm going to go 1, and I'm going to grab 1 right now. So let's go back in my pattern, and let's find one molecular assembler that's free and put that in. Oh, not this one, the actual pattern. Perfect. So we're going to throw that back in the system, and now we can look at color applicator, this one. And we should be able to craft it now. Perfect. So again, this, if I put in there in the charger to recharge, it would take forever, but because I have my wireless charger, it just charges immediately. While we're waiting for this, let's look at my speed upgrade status, and let's craft about 60 speed upgrade. We're going to need them anyway for something else later. So let's just start that craft and let it go. And while we're waiting for it, I'm just going to put some in here because I want to show you the singularity. And for the singularity, we need 256,000 items. So basically a 250,000 cobblestone. And I know that I have some in a quantum chest, but I want to make this as fast as possible. So I thought just extracting from 4 with the max speed upgrade would probably be the best way. So we're just going to let that continue. So now the color applicator is the same thing. You have to come in here, put it, oh, I'm not going to put that one first because I'm going to grab the blue from inside first, like so. And now I can come back here, remove this one, put that one, and then we can put the red, and we can put, I thought we could, oh, maybe not because they're lumen. So let me check. I thought for sure we could put more than one color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some matter ball right here, and I'm going to pick a color. So do I still have red? Oh no, red is what I made. So let me put orange. Orange. I don't even have orange. Oh yeah, I still have one. Perfect. So let's grab orange. So 8 orange ball. And let me grab some wool because it's going to be an easier way of showing you. I prefer showing you with wool. Like so. And now, as you guys saw, the oh, what are these? The orange. Okay, perfect. So as you guys saw, with the paintball, you were able to like just put a dot here or color an animal. But with the color painter, and I'm just going to put this back somewhere here so that it's not disturbing. If I go like this, I made 8 color balls. So there's orange, and now if hold shift and I mouse scroll up or down, you see I'm going from orange to red back to orange. And one orange die actually made 8 orange matter ball. And now I can just paint this, which gives me 8 application each. Et voila. So if you have a big base, I don't think it works on the cobblestone because this is not a paintable block. But if you make a big base and you're not sure about the colors that you want to put, or let's say, I don't know if you've seen some people make some art where they make big pictures out of wool. Well, with the painter, again, I didn't want this one orange, I wanted it red. I can just paint over and make it red or back to orange. So this is why it might be useful if you're making great, beautiful builds. So anything that can be colored. Basically clay. So if you look at clay, the art in clay, they're all these color. Well, you can use the color applicator to change the color. So all in all of this is not super useful, but it's just a cool feature. And if you're making big base build, it might be interesting. So let me put that aside, and now, where did Capacitor Bank come from? And those connector, I must have grabbed this from here by scrolling by mistake. So let me look into getting my speed upgrade, all of these, and I'm going to come back here and just start mass inserting them because I want to maximize my singularity creation. Like so. And the last one in here. And in this game, the singularity is not the most useful thing, but I want to show it to you because it's the most useful thing in applied energistic if you want to make separate base or go long distance and you don't really have ender chest, or ender chests are good to transfer left and right but not to access your items, because this the wireless crafter over a distance, it's not something that comes with applied energistic. So now let me look into the next part of the craft. I'm going to make two things. I'm going to make the ME quantum ring and the ME quantum link chamber. So if I come here and I search for quantum, I'm talking about these little thing right here. We're going to need two ME quantum link chamber, and these I'm just going to manually craft because they're not that long. We're going to need 8 quartz glass and 8 fluix pearl, and the fluix pearl are made like this. Oh no, okay, I'm gonna make a pattern for it quickly because I might not have fluix dust and this might take a while to create. So now that I have this, I'm going to be able to come here, put this in a molecular assembly. I thought something had disappeared. In a molecular assembler like this, and we're going to ask for 8 of them. Fluix, and oh, I already have 3, so I only want 5 more. No point crafting more than I need for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, and go. Start. And 2, and I'm just going to throw these in. My speed upgrade are over, so let's grab the speed upgrade right now. These 12 speed upgrade are going to go down here. And then I can look at this, how is this going, and now it's up at 28,000. So it might not even finish this episode, but worst thing, if it's not finished by the time I'm done with the actual recording, I'm going to let it run during the time lapse, and at the end of the time lapse, I'm going to finish what I wanted to show you. And if that's the case, before the time lapse, I'm going to put a message saying, go at this minute to see how this is used. Perfect. So quantum, and we wanted to craft these 2 quantum link chamber, which are like so. And these like are easy. It's 8 and 8 fluix, and the 8 fluix are made from 8 pure fluix. I always use the pure fluix because you get 2 per fluix dust, and 8 fluix dust and 4 fluix dust and 1 ender pearl. So now the Emmy quantum ring, this we need 16 of. But as you saw, I have a recipe for logic, 1 for engineering, and 1 for Emmy dense cable. Do I have a recipe for Emmy dense cable? So let me check that. Emmy dense cable. No, I don't have a recipe for that. So I'm going to make a recipe for it. Emmy dense cable is crafted how? The fluix type. It's made with 4 Emmy covered cable. I'm going to wait for the fluix Emmy covered cable because I want the easiest recipe. I don't need the colored one. Purple, blue, brown, green. There are so many color flicks. Shift, and I don't have any covered. I waited for all that for no reason. So the fluix covered are made like this, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to make that recipe like so. And now I'm going to make one of... Can I not make one of these? Oh, because I never drew one in the Emmy system. So if I put this in the Emmy system, yeah, now I can make one. And I'm going to put this in a molecular assembler. This one I'm going to put right here. It doesn't really matter. And now I'm going to throw this in the Emmy system. I'm going to come back to the pattern, and now I'm going to say dense cable, this one. And come on, covered. If I grab this, nope. Okay, just give me 4. I don't know where they are. I don't care. And I'm missing these, which means I don't have a crafting recipe for the Emmy glass cable either. So glass cable, I don't know which recipe I had, unfortunately, so I have to do this one at a time. So pure fluix, I can make a pattern for that. And I don't know that I have quartz, so let's just make the pattern for quartz fiber just to make sure. And now we should have everything. Let's show this in here. I love this crafting mechanism. It makes everything so much easier, though now I'm starting to run out of space and I'm going to need some more molecular assembler. Hopefully I don't have to do this tonight. Worst case scenario, I could always replace something. So perfect. So covered. Now I should be able to order 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. And yeah, it's able to craft everything. So let's go. And once the 4 are there, I'm going to make the dents out of Fluix. Probably last recipe at the end. Yeah, right here. I'm going to craft this recipe. And now that I have this recipe, I'm going to be able to make the last level that I was talking about. Let's put this in here. And now I can make the quantum ring. Can I make one and just throw it in? No. Quantum. And this is the one that I want to do, like so. I'm missing some processor. So processor, I hate that you need to have some of them to be able to do the recipe. I wish it was just JEI control. Dense, let's craft one of these. Next, start. And then what's the other thing? Energy. I need one of the small one. Dense, craft energy cell. Next. That's why I told you that it was a good thing to make one, because I knew I was going to need one after. And all my crafting's already done. Wow, that was fast. So now quantum. No. Quantum. Wow, I'm having a lot of problem with my typing right now. So Emmy quantum ring, like so. And I can craft a pattern for it. And now I'm going to put the pattern in the system. And that's where I'm going to order 16 of those. And while we're waiting for these 16 to come, we're going to do the time lapse and start working on the sand tower. So quantum, like this. And the reason we need 16 is that they're going to form a base around the quantum chamber, quantum link chamber. So next 16, and then you get to see the recipe. So 60 wool, 64 iron, 30 gold, 15 quartz glass, 15 glowstone, 45 redstone, 15 energy cell. Then we need all of these Fluix crystal, these processor, pure Certus quartz, 15 Emmy dense cable. It says 15 because we already have one, so it's really 16. So it's not the perfect crafting recipe, but it gives you an idea of what we need. So I'm just going to say start on this, and now this is going to take a while. And while we're waiting for this, we're going to go into the time lapse and take care of the rest of the stuff. What do I need from this? I'm going to store this away, these, and these I'm never going to play again with, so I'm just not going to keep these. And the quartz fiber I always need, the item speed conduit we always need. So all of this I'm going to throw in the system and kindly forget about them. Can I get my drill and my battery to recharge? And I'm going to put this ender pouch in here for now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go into a time lapse, during which time I'm going to build the two more sand towers that I want, and I'm going to start digging my way toward there for the next part of the tutorial. So this is a weird way of doing it, but this is almost done, but this is nowhere close to done. It's at 62,000, so 6, 12, 24, it's 1/4 done. So we'll go in the time lapse, and once we're back, you'll be able to see where I'm at. So guys, I'm going to reload because I want to try to get rid of some lag, and I'm going to continue in a time lapse. See you in a moment. Hey guys, I guess you were not expecting to hear back from me right now. This is the beginning of my time lapse, which I didn't time lapse because I need to explain to you that recording this episode, it ended up being an hour and 10-15 minutes long with the time lapse. And it's because the second part of the tutorial was much bigger than I ever anticipated. It's another 30 or 38 minutes. So what I've decided to do is that I'm going to stop episode 76 at the end of this time lapse, and go and put the second part of the time lapse, the second part after the time lapse, in another episode 77. And instead of waiting 2 days between episodes, you're going to get episode 76 and episode 77 right close to each other because they complement each other. So this is basically the end of episode 76, followed by about an 8-minute time lapse. And episode 77, which is going to come out soon after, is going to be another 40-50 minutes episode with a time lapse at the end that completes this one, and they go together. It's a weird thing to do, but I'm trying this out because it was just unmanageable as a big episode. So guys, I hope you understand why I did that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.